We're in the green. As of this morning, we are up $2,690 on both our portfolios. You can see right here, Tesla is up about $1,600, Strategy up about $900. It's been a great 2 days. And hey, this is why we do it. For times like this, we trade for times like this. It makes it a lot of fun. Now, will it stay that way? Who knows? We know the markets are going to move up and down quickly. Let's enjoy the green while it's here. And as we can see, here are the actual accounts straight from Tasty Trade. Tesla is in the lead, by the way. So if you're a Tesla fan, not bad at all. So this is why everything pumped so fast. So Trump comes out and says, hey, just kidding on the tariffs, 90-day pause. Markets say, okay, cool, we got 90 days of freedom. Let's go. Risk is back. Let's move on to the challenge. I want to show you something. First thing I want to show you is balances. So we're actually up 9% on Strategy's portfolio, and we're up 16% on Tesla. But what I find very interesting is how well we're doing compared to the underlying stocks. Strategy is only up 2% compared to our 9%. Tesla is only up 8% compared to our 16%. And then Bitcoin is actually down 1.19%. So we're doing exactly what we'd hope, which is outperforming the underlying. All right, the MicroStrategy portfolio. So what we did the other day, I think it was Tuesday, we actually sold off these Mara calls. And so what we're going to do today is repurchase those. And I'm going to show you exactly what we did. We're not going to do anything with the GameStop. And of course, we're not doing anything with the others. So now if we have a look at the Tasty Trade account, you will see up here, I actually added a new long-term rental and I sold an Airbnb. So long-term rentals are going to be synthetic calls. They're going to be long-term calls that act very similar to buying shares. Not quite the same, but very close. And the reason why we do that is so that we can sell more Airbnbs or short-term rentals. And so that's exactly what we did. We have 4 of the long-terms for Mara. Synthetic calls, January 16th expiration at an 8 strike. And then we sold 3 of the Mara short-term calls. That's going to be April 17th. They expire in 7 days at a 12 strike. So collecting $174, if the price of Mara ends below 12, and right now Mara's right around 11.75, next week, then I keep this 174. It's kind of like flipping a coin with somebody, except they're going to pay you just to play the game. That's kind of what we're doing here. Now, of course, if we lose the coin toss, then there's ways to actually pay them out without actually paying anything whatsoever. And that's what happened today with one of our Tesla positions. GameStop, we actually did roll this out as well. So if I remember correctly, we had to pay like $20, something like that, in order to roll this up to next week at a 25 strike price. And so we had a 24 strike price. We actually improved it by an entire point, which is actually great for the portfolio. And so if we continue to do that, we're gaining theta. Sometimes we'll actually gain money in credit. Sometimes we're actually just paying off the last call that didn't go our way. But either way, as long as the price goes up on any of these, then we're actually making all of the money in the profit and loss column on the long-term rentals. So the long-term rentals are going to cover any loss that we ever have from these short-term Airbnbs. I know it's complicated, but stick with me through this video series. I promise as we do this over and over, it gets much, much easier. So looking at Tesla, we had, we sold 2 SMCI calls last week to get 281. And today, SMCI has absolutely crushed it this week. They're up like 10%, something like that. So we were pretty hard underwater on this one. And we had to roll it out. We had to roll it all the way out to May 2nd at a 34 strike. But we didn't have to pay anything for it. And so it cost us about $780 to pay for the underwater call, which is exactly what we got in premium for this. So even though we didn't get this as a credit into our account, it paid for the actual call that was underwater. And at the same time, the underlying shares have gone up by 10%. So we captured that 10% increase, which is great. And so looking at the Tesla portfolio, you can see that now we have, owned properties, 200 shares. And then now we have a new covered call, AKA Airbnb, that will expire on May 2nd. So 22 days, and then we'll see what happens to this. Price goes above 34, then we'll roll it out. Price closes below 34, they'll clear this out, sell a brand new one, gain credit. So that's kind of how that works. And looking at all of these, I have a new theta column. And so this theta column is telling us exactly how much premium we are capturing in value every single day. So the way I look at it is basically 20.67 would be $20.67 on this one, and then $9. If we are theta positive, then we are actually making value every single day from others. And that's half the point here. So I'm going to leave it at that today. Quite a lot to cover, but come back on, I think, Monday and Thursdays we're going to film, but it could be Tuesdays and Fridays. Either way, I plan on my next video being early next week. So yeah, if you want to see what happens next, please follow me. This video series is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what happens, and we'll see who comes out on top. I'll talk to you guys later.